Hello, welcome back. My channel, women are often keenly aware of subtle behaviors that signal weakness in men, sometimes without even realizing it themselves. These signs can influence how they perceive you in a relationship, and they often stem from deeper insecurities that may not always be visible on the surface. But the good news is, once you understand these signals, you can work on them to project more confidence and emotional strength. One of the most noticeable behaviors women can pick up on is when a man constantly seeks her approval. This might seem harmless, but when you find yourself asking for validation at every turn, whether it's about a decision you made or how you look, it sends a message of insecurity. A woman notices when you look to her for reassurance constantly, and while asking for input occasionally is fine, overdoing it makes you come across as unsure of yourself. Women are naturally drawn to men who have a strong sense of self and can make decisions confidently without needing constant validation from others. If the like video and subscribe my channel. Similarly, if you're the kind of person who lets her walk all over you, that can also be a red flag. Avoiding conflict is one thing, but completely ignoring or tolerating bad behavior can be a sign of weakness. If she's rude, inconsiderate, or disrespectful and you brush it off without addressing it, she may start to lose respect for you. Women respect men who can set boundaries, assert themselves, and stand up for what they believe is right. Being a pushover signals that you're afraid to confront issues head-on, and that often comes off as a lack of emotional strength. Another behavior that signals weakness is when a man overshares his insecurities. Vulnerability is certainly a trait that women appreciate, but there's a fine line. If you overshare your personal fears, failures, or self-doubts too soon, it can be overwhelming. Imagine you're only a few dates in and you're already spilling out your struggles at work, your deep insecurities, or your fears about the future. While honesty is important, constantly focusing on your weaknesses can make her feel like she needs to reassure you all the time. No one wants to feel like they have to be your emotional caretaker, especially early on in a relationship. Another thing that might subtly signal weakness is trying too hard to impress her. This could manifest in exaggerating your accomplishments or bragging about your successes. You might tell her about the time you almost won an award or how you led a project at work, even though the details might not exactly add up. Trying to impress her with inflated stories or grand gestures often reveals a lack of self-assurance. Women generally find authenticity more attractive than grandiose claims. If she sees you bending over backward to prove your worth, it can come across as though you're insecure about who you are. The way you handle emotions, especially in disagreements, can also say a lot about your strength of character. If you tend to lose your temper, get defensive, or even break down emotionally during small conflicts, it can be perceived as a lack of emotional control. Women admire men who can stay calm and composed even when things get heated. This doesn't mean you have to suppress your feelings or be cold, but rather show that you can handle difficult situations with maturity. If you fly off the handle at every little disagreement, it can make you seem unstable or unable to handle stress, which could undermine the foundation of a healthy relationship. Another important factor is whether or not you take the lead in the relationship. If every decision, from what to do on the weekend to what movie to watch, is always up to her, it might give the impression that you're not capable of making decisions or taking charge. While it's important to consider her preferences, women also want a man who can confidently take the lead when necessary. Whether it's planning a date or making decisions about your future together, showing that you're capable of taking charge builds a sense of security in the relationship. Finally, women can sense when fear is holding you back. If you hesitate to take risks or pursue opportunities, whether it's at work, in your personal life, or even in the relationship, it can make you seem uncertain of your abilities. If you don't take chances or show ambition, women may start to question whether you're someone who can handle challenges or move forward in life. A man who's willing to take risks and face challenges head-on is often viewed as more dependable and capable. And that kind of mindset is what women are typically drawn to.